Hey guys, Anna here. Welcome to today's video. So we are in Evergreen Harbour for our second collaboration build. This build is a eco container, and this request is from a really lovely person, Viser, over on Twitter. He is a very active member of the community, and I was so excited when he shared this build idea for me. So his restrictions were that I had a 15k budget and it was for 4 Sims and they were friends. So 4 friends are going to live in this eco container, no pets, but 15k. So I have never built a home this cheap before. So it was very much a struggle. But definitely, this is the one build where I absolutely am so happy he chose Evergreen Harbour, which is the world that came with Eco Lifestyle, because Eco Lifestyle has all of those type of objects where if you wanted to make something cheap, you could. This was the pack to do it. And basically what makes this build is the landscaping. So obviously, with a container, I always had the concept to stack them. I didn't, with the floor plan, the bedrooms are puny. So this is a 3x1 home in the end. We do shorten this top section. I'm just doing it now. And basically, I didn't know, like I've never built an eco container before. So I figured that the inside sheet metaling would be the outside wallpaper would be the same as the inside. I thought that you'd have like a metal flooring. So that's what I've done. And I'm just going around with some windows now. And I really wanted to use the eco lifestyle ones because they're cheap. And it is a cheaper pack. And thank God, because 15k budget was rough. But we got there in the end. So a little bit more about this build. And it was quite interesting because the build was that you would have 4 friends. So 4 friends meant that you could have like twin single beds in a room, but friends to me meant that, okay, you're not going to have couples, you're not going to have double beds, which is a shame because the dirty double is a debug option, it's like a secret buy option in debug for Eco Lifestyle, and those beds are 25 simoleons. They're so cheap, and I kind of cheated. I did contact my dear friend, and I said, I'm really sorry, but I think 2 of the friends are a little bit too friendly and they share a bed. Because I had to use one of these double beds because they were so cheap. So that was part of the plan to keep the budget down. As you can imagine, we use all of the cheapest appliances. So the kitchen is but I wanted to keep it colorful too because they live in an eco container. I don't feel that they're going to have brand new appliances and all that. I feel like a lot of this would be passed down, or it'd be from a dumpster. It'd be from, this is that dirty double, that bed. This is not going to be brand new. So that was the vibe. I really struggle with the floor plan. As you know, bump outs help you in terms of working out positioning and room size and what have you. So when you have a giant rectangle, you don't have bump outs. So I was trying to make it functional in a way of these bedrooms and in the end, I'm not too happy with the sizing of the bedrooms, but it was the only way to do it in the budget I had. So we do go in with these in the debug menu. You have a whole range of objects from Eco Lifestyle that are like refurbished objects. They're from the fabrication section. They might be from the dumpster or what have you. And it just unlocks a whole new menu. So that was a really big help in this build alone. So other than using basically all of debug, we did manage to fit in a TV. I wasn't able to do a living room because of the hallway size. They weren't big enough, but I did put one of those vintage TVs. And then I opened debug and we started doing the landscaping. This metal frame is what started my landscaping. I knew I needed this. I wanted to position it so it kind of looked like it was overlapping the side of the container. And then I found these rusty industrial pieces, which I wanted to use because they really matched the surroundings of where I'm building in Evergreen Harbour. So this is the industrial section of the the world. And I just went to town. I created this really big piping situation, the rusted pipe, just used absolutely all of these rubbish and broken iron. You got the bathtub, you got layered pallets, you've got like, tires, and I just went crazy. We do use a little bit of greenery and we do use some flowers, but I am obsessed with how this looks. And as I said, the landscaping is what makes this build. So when we look at Monday's build, that was very much a pretty dainty newlywed couple's Solani home. Now we're moving into this kind of grungy, kind of, rustic home, which has so many textures. You've got the metal, you've got the wood, you've got all of these elements. These obviously containers and debug were an absolute must. I had to have them in the backyard. I actually do include a dumpster as well, which I think is amazing considering the budget. I made sure that I had everything. And this build was, if I didn't have debug, I would have failed. Debug is what helped me. But the one thing I do later on is I do remove those columns because I needed the money. So I thought that I'd keep the column that's under the stairs, but I didn't keep the columns everywhere else. And then I found these like wooden pieces in debug, and I actually thought they looked really cool. And I kind of made like a custom decking, and that saved me on obviously adding to the shell, which would have cost more. And just, I really, I also added, so some greenery. So the sim that I believe maybe lives in that top section is maybe a female sim or something, and maybe she likes plants and stuff. So I put some like flowers there, and I found that kind of metal wall decor piece, that yellow metal wall decor piece, and I just raised it up and made it larger, and I think it really goes well with the red. So actually it's yellow, but it looks orange because it's on the back of a red, and I really like how it looks. These white flowers were beautiful. So I kind of lined these in amongst the daisies, and this is probably the only section I believe that has like flowers and stuff, because all the parts of my landscaping will always have some flowers. So when I was doing these collaboration builds, it was very important for me to build something that was my style, okay? Like when I think of doing a collaboration build, I think that my friends, they would want to see my style and how I've interpreted it to their requirements. So in this case, you're going to have flowers. It looks a little bit out of place because it's an industrial area, and like if you look around, there's no greenery, but it's an Anna build, and Anna builds have greenery and flowers and prettiness. So we had to put a little bit of that in. There were eco lifestyle bathroom objects, but they were a bit too expensive for the budget we were going with today. So I did decide to use just standard base game modern furniture. And then went back into debug, and I really loved this kind of greenery slab chair. It's not a chair, it's kind of like a lounge. I thought it was great for outdoor seating. We just do like an outdoor seating area. We're now upstairs in that bedroom. I found this wooden fabricated bookshelf. We do actually move that downstairs. I think this was the part where I was able to maybe move things. I think I deleted the columns around this time, so that gave me some more money to be able to buy a dresser and what have you. Window placement was hard. I was deleting and moving windows all the time. And then I found these concrete dividers, and I was like, let's make a fence. I love to fence my builds, whether I use debug fencing, as you guys would know, or whether I just do a standard fence. But I thought, how cool was this? And if you actually look around in this area, there are these exact concrete, I think they're dividers. I don't know what they are. They're like section pieces, and they're actually in this area. So I thought, why not use them, size them up, and use them as a fence? So ignore the sound. Someone's just entered my house. But yes, so this was really good. I did a lot of 360 alt placing to be able to fit these pieces in. But I think it really changes how this build looks, and it makes it a little bit more put together. And as I said, the landscaping makes this home. So we are pretty much done. I'm just going to add a few final pieces, I believe. Yeah, so I've just deleted all of those columns to give me a little bit of extra money. We do currently have about, I want to say $2,000 to $3,000 remaining. Our simoleons. And now we get to add decorations. So we add a side table out here with a little, some paintings. I put the cheese rugs in every room. And I also found this flooring. I've never seen this before, but it's like a flora rug. And I thought it was so sweet to put on top, like it was like rooftop gardening. I put a insect box, and I put an insect box because, as you guys know, I like to incorporate a little bit of the activities of a pack that I use. So in Sulani, I put the carver bowl, I put other things in Sulani. So for this build, I put the dumpster, I put that insect box thing, and yeah, just lots of things. Just made a really communal space. There is other skill building. You've got the planters. I didn't put a chess table. I was very, very tight on money. As you can see, I'm just placing it. I use this bike. I thought this was a cool object. I was just trying to clutter the space. We do currently have about maybe $250 remaining. So clutter, went in with some terrain paint. There wasn't really a lot of dirt in the area because it's all paved, but I thought it's realistic. Just put the dirt everywhere. And yeah, so I really enjoyed this build, and I know that Viser is absolutely obsessed with it because I did share a sneak peek with him. And yeah, so I put this at an afternoon so you can really see those colors pop, and it is beautiful. So we are in the tour. So this is that landscaping. We're then going to move into the inside. The kitchen, I wish I could change it. It doesn't look that great, but you know what? For a 15K house, I will take it. I will take it. I think it's beautiful. So you got a twin room, you got a single bedroom, and you've got that double, which is where you've got the friendly couple, the friendly friends, I should say. And yeah, so that is the build today. I will leave all of Viser's socials down below. Go give him a follow over on Twitter and say hi for me. And yeah, I hope you have a wonderful day, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye bye for now.